Sleep deprivation really can cause problems on the road, at work, at school. So let's talk about this with a legal expert. Andy Crouppen of the law firm Brown & Crouppen joins us this morning. Always nice to see you on a Thursday.
Likewise.
The numbers are ridiculous. It's something like 74 million Americans have a sleep disorder, and so many people have fallen asleep behind the wheel. It's common sense that this happens. It's common sense that it's a problem. What are we supposed to do about it?
Sleep.
It's
easy.
so easy to say, Andy Crouppen, but it's
So we're done with this. Now let's talk about that pork loin.
He wants to get out of here and eat some food that we got coming up in a few minutes.
Drunk driving seems to be the thing that gets all the attention.
Right.
But when it comes to driving, sleep deprivation is one of those other hidden dangers like text messaging that can be very serious. They say that upwards of 200,000 accidents a year are caused by sleep deprivation. 20% of serious accidents, they say, are caused by sleep deprivation. We get a lot of calls of single car accidents, and usually those are caused by sleep deprivation. You really need to make sure the average person needs about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. And you go a night, that's not that big of a deal. You're kind of walking around in a daze. In fact, don't let the boyish good looks fool you. I'm suffering from acute sleep deprivation right now.
Now that's interesting. There are two kinds. There's the acute and there's the chronic. What's the difference? You said acute. That means you just had one rough night. Basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Tossing and turning. You don't get a good night's sleep. Chronic sleep deprivation is, long-term, consistently not getting enough sleep. Typically, two groups fall into that category. Well, two groups suffer from it the most. People under 26, which is for obvious reasons, busy life, on the go, not really taking care of yourself as well as you should.
College.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the elderly. Well, not quite elderly, I hate to say, people over 50 years old. The article I read called it elderly.
That
but
does seem a little liberal.
I know plenty of people who are 50 years young. And no, so I guess as you age, your body is unable to get into the REM sleep, which is really the deep level of sleep that you need to refresh. And, sleeping on the weekends to catch up, that's not enough.
There's this running joke amongst parents of teenagers, or anyone with a teenager in the house, that they just sleep all day. They eat and they sleep. But actually, there's some physiological stuff going on there. They need more sleep than other age groups, don't they? They
do. When you're a teenager, you're still growing. You're not an adult as much as they'd like to believe they are, and you probably need 9 or 10 hours of sleep, which many of them don't get. Right. But as a parent, that's one of those things you really got to make sure your kids are getting sleep, because it can affect your development. And as you get older, you name a serious chronic condition, diabetes, heart attack, stroke, depression, all of these things can be caused by chronic sleep deprivation. So it's nothing to take lightly.
We talk a big talk. We say we're going to get more sleep.
Yeah.
We just got to walk the walk. We've got to find a way to make it happen. That's the bottom line. If you drive a forklift at work, if you're an over-the-road truck driver, that goes triple for you, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Be careful out there, folks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. If you have a legal question for Brown